come to a new life channel of recovery where we together focus on solutions to living a clean and sober life, and not in just a survival way, very basic necessities, but in a more boundless, joyous way where we're happy and we don't need substances ever again. Today I just wanted to talk about one of the most useful tools in recovery and its applications. So, first step of the 12-step program, there is a principle known as acceptance. Now, this could be something that, if practiced daily in everything that you do, would yield very positive results, and you could actually gauge your growth over time with the application of this. Now, what I like about acceptance so much is that it is a practical solution to problems that we used to allow to affect us very deeply and keep us in a circular state of existence and using substances to cope with things. So when it comes to things that are outside of your control, which is everything outside of your body, not to say that you can't have some percentage of influence on these things, but you never have 100% control of these things. So this would be people, places, things, is what we call it in recovery. When it comes to people, it could either be people that are close or aren't close to you. It could be strangers, it could be family, it could be friends. That you've got to consciously pay attention to your interactions with these people and start gauging how much you're allowing their actions influence how you're thinking and how you're feeling. So, a practical application of acceptance would be when a person outside of you does something that puts you in a bad mood or hurts your feelings or makes you look at them in a negative way. In that moment, to some extent, you're not being fully accepting of this person for everything that they are in the moment. And also fully accepting of the idea that the next moment is an unpredictable, infinite possibility. And instead of looking at that person as this possibility, we're so quick to throw them in a category of, they're an asshole and they're useless to me. So when you're fully accepting of a person for who they are in this moment, not who they've been in the past, and not some imaginatory idea of who they may be tomorrow, but who they are right now in this moment. If there's someone that is a negative vibe to you, what you can do is control your own thinking and your own mental state by first fully accepting this person for what they are and how they're being, And then from that point on, you build a foundation of being able to create an actual solution. But if you're resistant and you choose to either be a conscious or an unconscious reaction to this person, so if you choose to just react compulsively, then you will maintain this rapport of negative vibes back and forth between this person. But if you choose to be a conscious response and you hold back your compulsions of wanting to say fuck you, or wanting to say I don't need you, or whatever you want to say, or wanting to throw your fists, or whatever you're wanting to do, whatever your compulsions are telling you to do, if you're able to hold those compulsions, and one way to do this is to take a deep breath, it's to distance yourself, it's to maintain your own space with your own mind and your own body. When you're able to do that and create a fully acceptance, a full inclusiveness of this person is who they are and how they are, but it's okay, it doesn't affect me. Only then will you be free of no longer being a victim to people around you. This also applies to places. So this applies to situations where you are put into an environment that is chaotic, or a negative vibe to some extent, and you're being resistant to it, meaning you're tearing it apart. You're looking at it and saying, I don't like this, I don't like that, this should be like this, instead of being fully accepting that this is outside of your control. And as long as you keep your conscious mind on your own mind and body, and the balance that you could maintain with that, which is fully in your control, your mind and body, then you should be able to go to all environments and fully accept them for as they are, because at the end of the day, they still will not affect you. This isn't to say if you go into a dangerous environment, you won't get killed or you won't get physically harmed. So hopefully you're conscious enough to know what these environments look like and to make the conscious choice to stay away from these environments. And also, if you have to, protect yourself, right? And then also when it comes to things, this could be situations where life and all the people and places and things that were involved created a scenario that wasn't the outcome you were hoping for, wasn't the outcome you had been working for, was not the situation you put your own efforts into creating, didn't end up how you wanted it to. And that's okay, because if you're fully accepting that these things were never fully in your control 100%, then this possibility is something that comes with the territory, comes with acceptance. It's possible these things may not work out. It's possible people may not forgive you. It's possible that that your situations may not be fixed the way you want them to become. And that's okay, because as long as your mind and your body is working the way you want it to, and it's not being just a compulsive reaction to the world around you, then you will be able to be fully acceptance of these things, and full acceptance of these things. So you see how this is a very important tool, because when big things happen, like breakups, fights in relationships, deaths of close loved ones. And when you're fully accepting of this moment for exactly how it is, with all its beauty, all its ugliness, all its chaos, then you can move more graceful with these things. You could be a more graceful, conscious response to life instead of a compulsive reaction. So now I want to talk about how to apply this for someone who's just recovering and hasn't had to be a conscious response and chose not to accept things and use drugs, instead to be a temporary suppression of life and to temporarily ease the pain and the discomfort that comes with life. So one way to apply this is start with small things and move your way up to big things. So if you find yourself at a certain level of discomfort, or you find a person is influencing your mood and how you're thinking, go back to a steady foundation, which is this moment exists exactly how it is, and there's no changing it. Even if God tried to change this moment, it would be a new moment, right? This moment cannot be changed in this moment. And so the sturdiness of that and the truth of that will be the foundation to stand on before you become a conscious response to the world. Before you respond, make sure you're standing on truth and you're standing in full acceptance of this moment. And when you start applying this every day, it'll become second nature. And you will slowly be able to gain a very strong and permanent solution instead of being a victim to people, places, and things. And I hope that you choose to apply this every day and stay in acceptance, and just know that you're not alone and we can do this together.